let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions in the gym that's holding a lot of people back, that's preventing people from even starting out, preventing beginners from pushing their limits, trying new things, and really discovering themselves in the gym. We're talking about looking weak in the gym. A lot of people, new people, they're afraid of looking weak in the gym. They're afraid of using machines without knowing exactly what to do. They're afraid that people are judging them and that they're just gonna look like a fool. Listen, I get it. I was there too. I remember when I was very new, when I went to the gym by myself, it was like very intimidating. You know, I was very skinny. I didn't know exactly how to do all the movements. I just kind of went and like started doing them. I remember especially, you know, the first time when I wore the wife beater to the gym, it was really awkward, especially by myself. It's like, you know, I have a hairy body and everything. So I remember it was just so awkward. I felt like so weird and stuff. But as soon as you start working out, as soon as you start getting into the motion of things, everything will start to click. Everything will start to feel better. So I'm going to tell you all of the ways in which I was able to push past this and actually start seeing the results that I want to see and start to actually get into the groove of the things in the gym, become comfortable, and packing on the muscle within no time. So to be very honest, a lot of the times when I was very new, I went with my friend. So we went together. So that obviously helps a lot. If you can go with a friend, you know, the pressure is a lot less. You know, you're not as afraid of looking bad. You know, when you're with someone else, when both of you are going to look bad together, it takes a lot of the pressure off. But I still did go by myself a lot of the times. I still did a lot of new things, especially because, you know, when you go with your friend, you're doing the same things. You tend to do the same things, stick to the same routines. Whereas when I went by myself, that's when I was doing more of the variations, trying new equipment just to see, you know, is this going to be actually better? Do I feel this more? So without further ado, let's get into the real reasons as to how I was able to overcome this. So the first thing that helped me get through this is that, you know, I realized that this was part of the process, that I needed to do this. I needed to do level 1 before I could get to level 10, you know. There was no other way around it. I couldn't, you know, just bench press one plate on my first day. I knew that I wasn't going to be lifting, you know, the full stack of tricep pushdowns on my first day. I know that I need to start off with the empty barbell, or that I need to start off using the first weight on the triceps. There's no other way around it. And so for me, understanding that it was part of the process just made it very clear there's no other options I have. So let me just go to work and get it done. The second thing for me personally, which maybe a lot of you might not be able to relate to, but maybe hopefully some of you can, especially after I tell you, is that I didn't really care about what others think of me. That's kind of personally how I always was. I was always more like, you know, goals oriented, results oriented. Or not results oriented, but I was more so like, you know, I was fixated on things that actually mattered, you know, things that were going to be tangible and provide me value in the future. You know, I didn't really care what other people think of me. Who cares what this person thinks of me? I'm never going to see them again. I don't even know their name. They don't know my name. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make sense. I remember in high school, like I had like the most fucked hair. Like I didn't care at all about fashion. You know, I just wore whatever clothes, not matching, track pants, whatever. So obviously I'm not saying that these are good things to do, but it's just kind of my personality. Maybe if you can kind of somehow find a way to relate and not care about what others think, it'll take you really far, not only in the gym, but in other aspects in life. Caring what other people think is one of the best ways to be held back in life, to go nowhere. So I really encourage you to push past this and find a way to just not care and do what's best for you. Now here's the next point I want to bring to you, the truth about other people in the gym. If you were too scared and you can't relate to the earlier points, then I'm going to tell you what actually goes through other people's head. So people in the gym care about your effort. They don't actually, so the few people that actually do maybe look at you in the gym, they're looking at what you're doing, they're seeing, you know, what is this guy doing? They care about your effort. You know, they don't care about your results. They also started where you were. They also were very weak at one point. They also didn't have a lot of muscle. They built that. No one was born with that. So they understand the process. People in the gym, they respect the effort that you're putting in. They respect the work that they see you doing, especially if you're showing up consistently. They do not care about, you know, your current value or the current amount of weight you're lifting, the skill you have on the bench press. It doesn't really matter too much. Of course, you know, if they're impressed, they'll say it, but what most people are impressed by, what most people actually seem to care about is the effort you're putting in. And that's also what's going to show in your results. You know, no one's going to care about where you are right now, where you're starting at. These kind of things are not what other people are going to be looking at. People are going to be respecting your effort, and they're not going to care about your ego. So leave that at home, show up, and put in the effort. All right, the second truth about the gym that I want to pass on to you is that no one cares what you're doing. No one's watching you. No one's looking at you that closely. No one's looking at the weight you're putting on, the stack, how much you're doing in the stack, whatever else. No one cares. Everyone's there to do their own thing. They're there to better themselves. Chances are, if you're scared, they might be just as scared as you. No one's there to judge other people. Those kind of people, those are small-minded losers who don't really go to the gym, if I'm being very honest. People who go to the gym are all going there to better themselves. So no one's going to be watching you that closely. You don't need to worry about this. In fact, the only time people are actually going to notice what you're doing or how much weight you're lifting is when you ask for help. When you ask for help with a new machine or a new exercise, you're not exactly sure of how to do it. I've had plenty of people asking me for help in the gym. I've also asked one or two people. I remember when we were first new in the gym, there's another guy, he's teaching us how to bench press. So pretty much all of the time, all these interactions are positive. Everyone's there to do their own thing. And if anything, they'll try to help you out. Everyone's going to be there to help each other out. Whether that be a spot, whether that be advice, whether that be help with the new machine, whatever it is, you don't need to worry about other people. Everyone's there to better themselves, including me, including you. All right, the next point that I want to bring up is looking weak is not as important as getting strong. So think about it. What's the reason you're going to the gym? You're going to the gym to build a body. You're going to the gym to gain strength. These are very important things. They're going to play a significant role on your health, mentally and physically. It's going to build into your life. It's going to create great things going forward. This is very, very important. Looking weak, who cares? That's not important, right? Even if you do look weak, even if the worst possible case scenario, you look weak, everyone laughs at you, that's not going to happen. But let's just say all of these things are happening. Even if that was the case, think about what's important. What's important is you becoming stronger, becoming more fit, building the body you want to build, becoming confident in that body. These are the things that are actually important. So you keep your eyes on the prize, stay focused, and don't worry about things that don't matter. Guys, the last thing I want to say is you embrace being that beginner. Embrace being a beginner in the gym. Being a beginner is so amazing because you're going to make the most amount of progress that you're going to make in your gym career. You're going to build the most amount of muscle. You're going to get all those new gains. You're going to learn so many new things. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I know myself, and a lot of other more advanced lifters wish they can go back to being a beginner because of that feeling of putting on so much muscle in such a short amount of time, how great that felt. We wish we could have done things differently too. I cannot go back to being a beginner, but I can pass on my knowledge and advice to you so that you can do everything correctly and actually maximize those results. Even for me right now, I'm a beginner in YouTube, right? So I'm embracing that fact. Let's say that this YouTube channel does become successful. I'm going to miss the times where I was a beginner, where I was new, when I had the most amount of growth to achieve. I had the most amount of things to learn. So it's a similar thing. It's a similar concept with the gym, with YouTube, whatever it is. Embrace the fact that you're a beginner. You have the furthest to climb and you have the most to gain. Anyways, guys, with that being said, that's going to bring us towards the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Drop a comment down below. Any questions, thoughts, let me know in the comments. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you in the next one.